Yo, what is up, my beautiful people? I have a lot, and I mean a lot, of mobile controllers, right? And I've tested so many different ones, all different shapes and sizes, all the way from the small ones like this, the OG Razer Kishi, if you know, you know, all the way up to the big boy, the Extendo GameSir G8 with the extension package, and pretty much everything in between, as you can see here. But lately, I have been using a new mobile controller that I believe is the best to this day for 5 key reasons, and I'm going to be showing you that controller today in this video. This thing really checks all the boxes and it is amazing. So before we get into it, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, all that great YouTube stuff, and let's get into this new amazing controller. Okay, so let's get into the box, and I'm going to show you what I believe to be the best mobile controller right now. This is the Elo Vagabond, and I just gotta start off with a disclaimer. Elo, the team over Elo did send this to me, but you guys know it, the Barely Average Dude channel. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna tell you something that I wouldn't use and I wouldn't recommend, and I do recommend this highly, but I just have to have that disclaimer. Everything that I tell you is my own opinion, and yeah, they're not seeing this video ahead of time or anything like that, or they're not giving me a script, telling you my own thoughts. Just wanted to let you guys know. I'm not a sellout. Just want to let you guys know that ahead of time. But let's get into this box and I'll show you why I think this thing is awesome. So open this thing up and we can see the controller in here. Has this little card here. You can scan that and download the application. Then you open this up, pull out the controller, set that to the side, and then we can pull this middle part out, and we have some more goodies in here. Now this is nice because it has a bunch of different adapters in here, and that's gonna go into the section here where it holds your phone, and it's gonna make the fit much better. So you have a bunch of different options here. But what's interesting about this that I've never seen before is that in here, it has this little card that actually lets you measure your device. So you have this card here, and it has different size like openings, and that's gonna help you to measure your device so you can know what it is. So I have a phone here with a case on it. Keep your case on, and then you just go in here, put it in different spots until you find the right one that's gonna fit for your device. So my one fits at 29, so I will use the 29 size here. So 29 right here, as you can see, that's the size that I would use, which is awesome because you don't have to guess or try them all out before you put it on. You just use this little card here, measure your device, and then you know exactly which one you should use. This is a big brand pro gamer move from Elo, so shout out to them for including that. But let's take a look at the actual device here, the controller, and see why I believe it is one of the best controllers. So before we get into any sort of like gameplay or anything like that, let's take a closer look at the controller and, you know, the build quality, the buttons and everything like that. And I'm gonna give you 5 reasons. Like I said, I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why I believe this is the best mobile gaming controller. So let's just take a look around this device here. So as you can see here, has everything that you would expect from a controller. Buttons, triggers, everything that you would expect, even back buttons, which is nice. Now, reason number 1, I believe this is the best or one of the best mobile gaming controllers, is the fact that it has Hall effect sticks and triggers. Now, some other controllers have Hall effect triggers or Hall effect sticks, but this has Hall effect sticks and triggers, full size sticks here. Check this out. This is full size, like Xbox size sticks. So Hall effect sticks and triggers. That is the number 1 reason I have it on my list as being one of the best controllers for your mobile devices. Now, reason number 2 is the fact that it has back buttons. We've seen that before, like the GameSir G8, the G8 Plus. You can see it has back buttons, but this has dual stage back buttons. Something I've never seen before. You see this little switch here. You can actually flip that switch, and that will essentially turn the button off. So when I say dual stage, it's not like it has like a high and low pressure. It's just like on and off. But the fact that you can turn that button off if you don't want it to actually be a button is great for accidental presses or people that don't like back buttons. So you have that on both sides here, and now you can see the buttons are off. That is nice to have. Like, you know, if you just want one button on, Like if you're tired of pressing that button accidentally, you can turn that off. You don't have to worry about accidental presses. So that's reason number 2, dual stage back buttons. Not like a dual stage trigger or anything, but just the fact that you can turn that on and off with a little switch there is something I've never seen before, and it is an awesome addition. Now, reason number 3 is the fact that we have power and audio in. That is awesome. So you can charge your device and you can listen to audio at the same time. Let me show you that. I can plug in charger here, plug in the charger here, and I can plug in my headphones. As you can see here, plug in my headphones, and then I'll plug in my my phone, and you're gonna see it's gonna start charging. So I'm gonna plug in my phone here, and it should start charging. Okay, check that out. You see, it's charging. You see the charging there, and you can see on the back this USB does have like a screen on it, so you can see it's passing through power there. So that is nice to see. So we have power. We have our audio. This is gonna be an amazing option when you're gaming. You don't have to worry about it dying, or you don't have to worry about, you know, wireless audio, which can have latency when playing games. So this is an awesome addition to be able to have audio and power on your controller here. Now, reason number 4 why I believe this is one of the best controllers is the fact that, look at this. I don't know if you can see that, but this USB-C port is not broken. It's actually flexible. That's right. It is a flexible USB-C port. That means it's going to give you much more, you know, leeway, much more flexibility when you're adding your device to this controller. You don't have to worry about it bending or breaking in any way. Now, one of my other favorite controllers is actually the Razer Kishi Ultra. But you can see here, this is a rigid port, and I've never broken a USB-C like connector on a controller. But the fact that, you know, it's just rigid, it leaves you with a little bit less confidence when you're actually connecting a device. So, for example, with this controller here, I can pretty much just put my phone in, and then I can sort of wiggle it around, and I can get it in there as needed. I don't have to worry about it breaking or like messing up the port or scratching the phone because it's just a rigid connector. It gives you much more like flexibility and leeway in your positioning and adding that device there. So I love to see that flexible USB-C port. Now, reason number 5 why I believe this is one of the best, or if not the best, mobile gaming controllers is the fact that it has a wide range of device compatibility. As you can see here, I have my iPhone 16 Pro Max in here, and it fits nicely, but it gets bigger. Look at this. Oh my goodness, look at all that room there. That allows you to put a device as big as, check this out, a device as big as an iPad. So I have this iPad mini here, and as you can see, it fits this thing perfectly. So it's gonna fit like an 8-inch tablet. This is like an 8.3-inch tablet here, and even has a little bit more room here. So you can fit maybe like an 8.5-inch tablet here. I'm using the iPad mini as an example, but check this out, you guys. This has to be one of the best controllers, because the thing about it is, the GameSir G8 has pretty much all the features that this has, but it doesn't fit an iPad mini. You have to get like the extended edition. You have to get the extended edition to fit an iPad. And then even like the Razer Kishi Ultra that does fit the iPad, it lacks some features like the Hall effect sticks, and it has that rigid connector there. So this is the controller that has all the best features from all the best controllers all in one. So that's why I think it is amazing. It can fit everything from like a phone all the way up to a tablet. And I don't worry, you guys, I do have some other phones here. Check this out. Even with the Fold, I have the Galaxy Fold 6 here, and check this out. Fits the Fold 6 nicely as well. So you don't have to worry about any phone you have is gonna fit in this thing without any issues. So as you can see here, the Galaxy Fold. I even have the Galaxy S Ultra here, so it's gonna fit that. It's gonna fit all your big phones, 6.9-inch, 6.8-inch, 7-inch devices, 8-inch tablets, all the way up to like 8.5-inch tablets. are all gonna fit inside this controller, and that's why I believe it is one of the best, if not the best, mobile gaming controller. But let's just stop talking about why this thing is good. I'm gonna play some games with all of these devices and show you this thing in action so you can get a sense for yourself. These Hall effect sticks and triggers, great buttons. Let's put it to the test. Okay, the first game we're playing here is Hallow. Now this is an Android port. I can't tell you how I got this, but we have Hallow on the S Ultra here. And as you can see here, our back buttons are working. So we have this one here on the right is for jump or A, and this one on the left here is attack, which is X in this game. So let's just play a bit and see how this thing functions. D-pad is actually nice on this controller, so no issues with the D-pad. It doesn't feel weird or anything. It actually feels very responsive and very I guess tactile as well. So let's see what we can get into here in Hallow. It's kind of like crazy to be able to play Hallow on a phone. How do I beat this guy? You guys, let me know in the comments how I beat this guy. It's like a little armadillo. He has a shell. When I turn around, he attacks me, but I can't actually get to him. So let me know how I beat this guy in the comments down below. Anyway, Hallow Galaxy S Ultra runs great, feels good in the hand, everything is great. Let's get on to the next game and the next device. Okay, next game is Call of Duty Warzone on the iPhone 16 Pro Max here. So let's put these Hall effect sticks to work. Feels good, I must say. Let's see if I can get some action here.
Until further notice. Supply crates are restocked. Advise you to load up now.
Okay, I mean, Call of Duty Warzone, I mean, this thing feels great. It doesn't even feel like a mobile controller. This thing feels like I'm playing on any other, like, real controller, I want to say. Like, I definitely feel like I have control over the device, over the aim in here. So yeah, this thing is awesome. If you're playing like mobile shooters on your phone, this controller with the Hall effect sticks feels great. Now I didn't adjust any settings. You may want a little bit better or more sensitivity or less sensitivity, but this thing feels good. And some controllers, they feel like they're sort of like lagging behind your your inputs, but this thing feels on it, you guys. So highly recommended. Great for like, you know, FPS games like Call of Duty Warzone on your phone. So yeah, it's great. On to the next game and device. All right, so now we're playing a classic. You see it, check this out. We are playing Need for Speed Most Wanted. This is the PS2 version. So this is using the what is it, the Ether SX2 emulator. So yeah, let's get into this. I'm excited. Playing Need for Speed Most Wanted, one of my favorite racing games of all time. But here we are using the Vagabond controller here, and it's amazing. Well, say what you want, but this game right here is better than probably 99.9% of racing games that are available on mobile devices. Now, they do have some good mobile racing games. I think, what is it? Asphalt is a pretty good racing game, but that doesn't compare to Need for Speed Most Wanted. We even have Wreckfest, which is pretty good. Real Racing. They even have Grid on mobile now, but none of those games compare to the classic that is Need for Speed Most Wanted. I would trade any racing game on Android or iOS for Need for Speed Most Wanted, and you can argue with me in the comments down below if there's a racing game available on a mobile device that is better than Need for Speed Most Wanted. So I would love to hear that. Let me know in the comments what game can rival Need for Speed Most Wanted on a phone. No, we lost, you guys. But anyway, controller is amazing. On to the last device I have to show you guys. Okay, so we're finishing the game test with another classic on the biggest device I have here today. This is none other than God of War. This is the PSP version here. I think this is Chains of Olympus. But check this out, you guys. We are playing God of War on an iPad mini right here. This is actually one of my favorite ways to play God of War PSP edition, is on the iPad mini. I know you know, it's not OLED or anything like that, but I just like the form factor, the size. I just love playing this game on this handout here. But check this out, you guys. I mean, I'm more excited about the game than the controller. The controller works great. I mean, not much I can show you. It's just buttons and sticks. You know what it is. I'm more excited to play God of War, you guys. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? You know, I'm just using this video as an excuse to play God of War on this controller here. But yeah, I mean, no complaints. This controller, like I said, I've tested a lot of controllers, and this one is one of the best, if not the best, controller that I've ever tested. I can't really think of anything really negative about it. I really can't think of one thing that's like it stands out as something that I do not like. I mean, the D-pad feels good, the buttons feel nice and tactile, the triggers have good travel and rebound, we have back buttons, we have the pass-through power and headphone jack, Hall effect sticks. I mean, what else would you want out of a controller? Let me know in the comments down below what else you could possibly want from a controller, because this thing right here has pretty much checks all the boxes that I would want out of a mobile gaming controller. Now, the question is, should you buy this controller? That's the real question. Now, if you're gonna buy this, make sure you use my link in the description. You do get 15% off. So I worked with Elo to get a 15% off discount code for you guys. You're welcome. But anyway, shout out to Elo for making that happen for all of my viewers here. 50% off, which is pretty much $15 off. Now, should you buy this controller? I think if you're in the market for a mobile gaming controller, this one definitely should be on your radar. Now, it does some things better than the GameStar G8, which is one of my other favorite controllers that have like a USB-C connector. And it also does some things better than the Razer Kishi Ultra, which was my previous favorite, like large controller with that USB-C connector. This pretty much has all of the best features from those devices, so I have to really recommend this controller. Like I said, they did send this out to me, but I'm not just saying this because they sent it. You know, guys, you know I don't do that, you guys. You know I don't lie to you just to get you to you know, believe something. I'm letting you know my actual opinions, and hopefully this video showcased it for you. You know, I ran over the features, the gameplay, I don't know what else, the devices, big, small, it does it all. So yeah, I mean, this is a controller you definitely should consider if you are in the market for a portable mobile gaming controller. We did phones, we even did folding phones, tablets. I don't know, it pretty much does it all. I really think this is a controller. This is the one to beat, in my opinion. Shout out to Elo for making this Vagabond controller. I really think you should consider this if you are in the market for a mobile gaming controller. I've tested a lot, and this one stands out as one of the best that I've ever tested. So yeah, make sure you check that out. Link in the description. 15% off, $15 off. Make sure you use that link. And yeah, shout out to everyone that's gonna, you know, support the channel, and hopefully, you know, have a good relationship with Elo, and they'll send me the V2 when it comes out. But anyway, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, all that great YouTube stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm gonna keep playing some God of War on my my little contraption here. I'm having a good time, you guys. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.